have enough paper trimmers? I do. Perhaps you do too. But I saw this and I watched it on YouTube. They they made a show out of it, and oh my gosh, I just had to grab it. I'm so sorry, but I just had to. And it's also for memory keepers. We are memory keepers, and it's the new cutting machine. And yeah, I love it. So let me first see what's on the back. What all can you do? Easy to follow measurements in inches and centimeters. Gonna test that out. Self-sharpening blade with comfort grip blade handle. Refill blades sold separately. I always not completely understand. It's a self-sharpening, so why refill blade sold separately? If it's a self-sharpening blade, why you then replace the blades? Well, perhaps you are going to break it or something like that. What else? Magnetic multi-purpose ruler. There is a nice ruler on. What else? Strong metal work surface. Aha, so the work surface is metal. That makes sense because this is a magnetic ruler. Alright, what else? What else is on here? Built-in storage for light box, ruler and scoring tool. So there is a light box. Yep, light box for visual precise trimming. There's a light box and a ruler and a scoring tool. And that all fits in underneath, I believe. Oh, cool. Folds in half for compact storage and portability. Ho ho ho. Sturdy cutting rail. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're gonna love it. So you can score. And I believe that's on the ruler. Nice angle. Multi-purpose ruler. Fastened securely onto metal work surface with magnetic base. Magnetic edge serves as an alignment edge for paper. Built-in score line. Locks into place for, oh my gosh, there are so many things, stores under the trimmer. Okay guys, I'm gonna unpack this. I'm super excited. Let's do that. First of all, this video is not sponsored guys. I bought this myself. I just like to show you what I bought. And you know me, I just like cutting machines. You know, you always question me on what I like to use, or what I use, or what I advise to use. So yeah, when I saw this, I just thought I need to take a look at it. I need to do that for my viewers, don't I? And I'm just too curious. Whoops. Okay, I was just too curious. Okay guys, let me unpack this. Actually, they should send me for free this. We are memory keepers. That's a tip for you guys. Send me next time this for free. And I will do an unboxing. Just kidding. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. We can do that. Okay, let me lift this up. So, this is all what's inside the box. Plastic. Oh gosh, I love it already. Okay, do we need an instruction? Oh, this is for replacing the blades. And this is for locks. Oh, I don't think I need that. Okay, okay. First impression. Wow. Oh, it's nice cold. That is definitely metal. This looks like wood, but it isn't. It is not wood, but it looks like wood, so I love it. It's a nice, it's so smooth. Yeah, I love it. Okay, now, this is the back. Let's see, open this up. Oh yeah, okay. This is the lock. Yeah. Okay, let me lock this, then you can shovel this down. So that is sturdy. Okay, what else do we have? This is the ruler. I'm gonna grab it right away. And then this is the score line. Now that is what makes me so curious. You know, I like a cutting paper trimmer and a scoreboard in one. That's why I do love still my revieuw Memory Keepers scoring, cutting paper trimmer, scoring thing all in one. I just love it. I just love it because it's a 2-in-1. I love it. And then this is the lights. How do I unpack this? Okay, yep. Alright, I hope there is already... there isn't any lights in here. So I need to grab one. Which one do we need? Okay, let me grab these first before I'm continuing. Okay, let's see. Let's turn this over. And here is the scoring piece. Okay guys, just want to see. My old one was the same one as, oh my gosh, I need a new one. Ooh, I like this one. Okay, let's see. First impression. Alright, I did have a light. And where do I need to add it? Oh, I think only... Okay. Where do I add it? There is just a little piece. On here. Okay, wait just a second. How do I add that when the blade is in the way? The blade is in the way. Let me check. Oh yeah, just a little. Cool. Alright, I added the lights. Yeah. Ooh. Alright, let me check it out. Okay, I am totally out of frame. Well, it's pretty big. So I can't get it on my little table. This is the end of my table, like here down below. And it's actually nice, big. But if I have it on the left, on the right, then I can use it. So let me first check where I bought it for. Okay, let me check. I want to cut a 2-inch. Alright, the centimeters are below and the inches are above. Okay, well, let me cut first 2-inch. Nice. Now I want to cut a 10 centimeter. Nice. Okay. Alright. Let me cut again. Now I saw on a video that they keep moving only from one side, from I believe from up till down. But let me check why you can. I am used to, with my fish cars, to cut up and down. So I like to cut down and up. Okay, it's new, so let me, up goes a little more difficult. And I'm used to cut down here. So this definitely needs a little. Okay. But if you cut only up, which I normally do not do, I always cut down. I don't know why. I'm just testing it out. Up it definitely struggle. Down it goes better. And if the cutting line, is the cutting line the same or not? Let me test. Okay, this goes up. It cuts like butter, but and this down. That cuts also like butter. So I have no idea why that woman on the video on YouTube placed it every time up. I don't know, but you can use it up and down, so I don't know. And it's a little struggle, yes it is, but hey guys, it's new. It's new. It has to work a bit, I believe. Okay, let's grab another piece of paper. This is a thinner piece of paper. A thin piece of paper. When you go up, it definitely goes not nice, but you definitely can cut two ways. Why not? It's a round blade, so you could use two ways. So it can be done. And the cuts are just as smooth as I'm used to with my Fiskar, so that is no problemo. Okay, how about, oh yeah, the light. The light, right. Say what do I have? I don't have anything with pictures. Don't I have, yes, I do have. Okay, so let's say I want these to cut. What does actually the cut? Alright, so let me see. I should think this should do the perfect cut. Oh, I think I am. Let me cut this one because it's more clear where that cut is. Yep, that does it. Now, perhaps I do not see it that well, and then I can turn the light on. But how does this help me find the line? I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Wait just a second. I do have this piece right here. Let's say this is a photograph. Let's say I want to cut, but I don't see what the light does actually, because the ruler says to me more than the light. That's strange, but okay. Okay. Yeah, I think down is definitely an easier one than up, but down it works better. But I have no idea if this does it more than with light or without light. I don't know. I don't think that does, because the ruler is telling me exactly what I'm gonna cut. there is not a particular line or something that I need to see with my light. So say this one right here. Well, there's something on the back, but okay. Let's say I hate these. Okay. Yeah, I see that mark, but do I see it better with the light or without? Not under this light, but perhaps if I'm on my left with no light. Well, up it is definitely a struggle. Okay. So that means that I need to push this each time up. We shall see about that. I don't know. I don't that with the light. I don't know if that is a plus thing to need. I don't know. I don't know. And I definitely need some struggle. Perhaps a bit oil will do a bit better, because this is going to be a little stiffy. So here in the middle it's not, but when I use one finger it definitely is struggling. See? This is struggling. Well, my table is going everywhere. So I am gonna search for a little piece of oil. And perhaps that means I don't have that. And I will search that. Alright, next thing that I'm gonna check. Let me put out the light. Is this ruler. Okay guys, we have a ruler. And this ruler has little pieces on, and that will fit right in these grooves. That is cool. So I can score on here too. Now for us album makers, that's awesome. I love it. I love it. And this is about 1/2 inch. A little wider, but that's okay. So say in my view, my album maker view, say I want to make a hinge, and if I lay this equal on here, oh no, I don't think that will work. You have to keep it straight and then make a score line. Oh, why not? It can be. That works perfectly. But how do you keep your paper straight? Oh, of course, with this one down below. Then it's straight. Of course. Okay. So let's say where can I keep this so I can use my cutting blade and I can use my score. Let's put this on the 11. Alright, so say I'm gonna make a page, and I want, what do I want? I want the score line right here. Okay, that works pretty nice. Alright, and then then I still can cut, let's say 20. Yeah, okay. I will like another score line. Let's say this is a 28, and then this. Yeah, you know I'm right-handed, so I think I have to hold this right here and then score. Okay, this is definitely needs. But I think this can be working or not. This can be working. It needs a little help and a little. This is definitely not straight, but it needs some time, I think. It needs time. I'm right-handed. Oh, here's my son. Okay guys, we are still back in review. I'm just gonna check if the measurements are correct. They are. 6, 5.5. That's all works perfectly. So, and the centimeters. Let me check that too. Okay, wait just a second. I need to go up. 22. That works all perfect. Yeah, the light. Yeah, I don't know. Can you use a light? No, I don't think if I write on black that I will see it better with a light. No, I don't think. I don't think so. So, if you don't want to use a light, you can click it off, I hope. I don't want to break anything, but I hope you can click it just off. Oh, it's down. Of course it's down. You can click it off. Okay, it's so new. Okay. Okay guys, yeah, it's just me and long nails. I know. So I just want this off, and it does not come off that easily. I am hot. Is it that difficult to get it off? Which direction do we need to go? It's pointing down. Perhaps it needs to go up. Well, definitely. Which way? Can't remember which direction. Okay. I'm so... Okay, I just want to take it off. Okay, I'll do this off camera. See, off camera everything works way better. Okay, it's off. It's off. Okay, now what I don't like is why did they not put any measurements on here? It's an extra piece you can add on, okay, light or without light. You can use a few measurements on here. Say I like to cut a small piece like here. Now I have no measurements, with or without light. So the viscose do have that. They have some measurements on the white side of the blade. That is what I like on the viscose. And that is not on this piece. So everything that I want to cut shortly, I just have to measure. Say I want this piece right here. Then I just need to make a mark and I can cut. Now that's no problem, but and that each time that pull up, that's also not my thing. But like I said, I just need to grab my oil, perhaps, and it's fine in the middle. Here in the middle, it's, well, not that perfectly, but it's just, it needs some oil, I think. But I definitely want to know why it's doing this when I go up. It's a round blade, and one blade needs to cut on each side. This car does, but you still, it cuts like butter. It does cut like butter. But when I go up, it does not do that. And if I need to go up every single time, that's a waste of time. That is a waste of time. But okay, if that is necessary, well, okay. Alright. Now, how accurate it will cut, I have no idea. Let's see. I want to cut a piece of paper from 10 by 10. Okay. This is 10 by 10. And the next thing that I like, do not like, I don't know, but okay, this is 10 by 10, but you have those grooves in here, those little things in there. And now let's say I want a 10.2. Alright, those measurements, I don't know if you can see that, but those measurements are here, not here. Here you only have the grooves, and here you have the measurements. So let's say I want a 10.2, or yeah, 10.5 is in that other groove. But if I want to cut a 10.2, then I definitely need to gamble if I have a 10.2. I am gambling right now, and I definitely do not know. Nope, I have a 10.3. So is it millimeter correct? Nope, it isn't. It's gambling. It's gambling for the millimeters. The half and the 1 centimeters, it does. But for the millimeters, it's not correct. It's not accurate. And the viscose is. Alright, and for the inches, I think that's also the same. First of all, if you want to cut 1 inch, the 1 inch is way there, but here you have nothing to keep on, because if I want to keep this straight, I can't with my finger. So that's also not that, and I don't think it's straight. So that's also not that. For little pieces, no, it's definitely a no. You have those little lines till here, till the first line you see is the 3/4 inch. So you can go like here, but then again, if you go up, you have nothing to hold on. But it can be done. It can be done. Okay, it can be done. Alright, so that's the first one you see, and the first one on centimeters is 2 centimeters. That's the first one you see down here. And the first one with the grooves is 3 centimeters. That should be this. Okay, just check it out. Yep, that's a 3 centimeter. Alright, so yeah, this is holding it down, everything. So this, you don't have to place it down or anything. It stays there. That's a good thing. I hate that they did not make this longer, and if you don't want to use the light, yeah, it's no use. But if you don't want to use the light, then why not put some measurements on here? So if I don't want to use it, I still can use it because of that, of the length, the extra length of here. So if I should do it, see, on it's quicker to be done than off. If I should do it, then I definitely should draw a few little lines on here. So if I want to make a nice little 1/4 line that I can measure like that. Now we're just going to see where this line is. See? So if there is something on the right, guys, that's always better. So do I have to put a light on here? If there were measurements, I will keep it all the way there. But there aren't any measurements. So do I need to draw a line on it? Well, yeah, I think I do. I think I do. If I want to make, because I do cut a lot of strips, you know that. Alright, so that is my first impression. So the millimeter is not correct. I hate that there isn't any measurements on the right side. That is not what I like. Okay, so the ruler. Yeah, I definitely need to test this out because I have no idea how this is working. I believe there is a guide for it. I don't know. It should be. But I don't know. Where do I need to take this? I have no clue. So perhaps there is a guideline for it. Okay, so this is the 40, but where do I take this? I have no clue at all. Where do I take this? Do I need to take it here? Or here? That makes a small angle. Or here. I have no clue at all. I have no clue. But I will work that out. I definitely will work that out. And as for the scoring thing, I think also that I just need to work it out. Let's say I will put this at 5. Can I then still cut my papers where I want it? Oh yeah, I can. I can. And can I score? But when we normally make a hinge as elbow makers, we need to keep this straight. So I need this right here because I'm right-handed. I need to have this straight, but I don't think this is going to be working. Now this is very thin paper. I don't think so. Is this going to be straight? I have no idea. I don't know. Does it make any sense where I make it definitely makes fold lines, it definitely does. But to be honest, it's just, I don't think it's that accurate. You know, when we want to make a fold line, you have to line this up and then make a score line. But this one, yeah, okay, you can keep it down here, but how in the world do I hold this down? You can't. It's just a whimsy. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna grab another one, like I always do. Let's make a hinge. Yay, let's make a hinge. Perhaps upside. See? Up there, it will work. It definitely will work. Can we use the score line for, let's make an accordion piece? I don't think so, but can we? Let's say in 1/2 inch, that's right here. Okay, 1/2 inch. That means that I need to move this up to the next 1/2 inch. This is very thin paper, guys, so yeah, I think it can be. It can be done, guys. Yeah, so if I am on a holiday and if I have only this, yes, it can be done. Yeah, it's better to move up for making a score line. Definitely. Definitely way better. So you can keep this straight and then just score. Yeah. Alright, that works. That does it. That absolutely does it. But yeah, like I said, I need to put this up to give this a straight line. So it's better to keep this, well, let's say in the middle or something, to keep it nice and straight. So yeah, but then I don't think I can use it for the cutting. Can I? 6 inches and 8 inches. Well, I can. Oops. I can use it. Yes, I still can use it. Yep. Yep, I need to work a bit with it. I definitely want to use it a day or 2 or more, just to explore myself and see how it all went. So the plus side is I don't like the no, that's a negative. The negative thing I don't like is the measurements. The measurements are way too far where you need to line it up, even with the inches. Okay, so you have 1/8, 1/4, 3/8, so you have all the 1/8. But when you are, this is 2, and if I like to cut my paper at 4 3/8, okay, then I can line this up with this groove, and with a 1/2 1 2. But in centimeters, that's only with half centimeters. So in the inches we have 1/8 grooves, and in centimeters we have only 1/2 centimeters. I wish they had made, no, because perhaps that was not possible. I don't know. But definitely the millimeters are an issue. If you are working with 2.3 millimeters or 1.2 millimeters, then it does not work. Do you work with 1/2 centimeters or complete centimeters? Then yes, of course, then it works. Then it will work. It will work. Yes, it does. Yep, and you can use those lines right here. That's also nice. Let's say let's say, if you want to keep this straight, then of course it's straight. Keep it straight against that line, and it is straight. It is straight. It definitely is. And if you're gonna move this up to the side just one block, then of course you have cut one block. And if you move again just one block, then of course you have cut down one block. So that is also an option to cut small lines. Yeah, always. Of course there are always options. There are always options to do what you like to do with a paper cutter. Alright, so yeah. I do like it. It's not perfect. Nope, it isn't. And I hope the struggle with this one will end when it's a little bit more used and oiled. And I hope then that it will, I like the storage places. You can place this right here. And if you don't want to use the ruler, you can, yeah, my damn long nails, sorry guys. If you don't want to use the ruler, you also can put it right here. But that's just a play. I do like this. So you can put it on the bottom, so it's no in the way. You can peel off the light, you can turn it on. I don't think that's an extra thing, because yeah, the line, you don't see that extra. Even a piece of paper that is printed, let's say, I do have some here. Let's say this is a printed paper, and if I want to cut, yeah, the ruler says where it's going to be cut. So not a light, definitely not a light. The light is actually not a particular extra tool for me, but okay. But okay, it's okay. It's a nice extra thing to add it on. Yeah, they also have some measurements from the top to the bottom. On the left side inches and on the right side centimeters, but those centimeters on the right side you have to move your head because it's under this piece of metal. Alright, but you can measure right here, and then you see that this is 19 centimeter, or it's 7.5 inches. Okay, so yeah, that's nice that they have some measurements on the vertical side too. So yeah, centimeters, inches, light, ruler. There are a lot of options. But like I said, if you just unbox this, it's always new and you have to explore it. But I'm definitely gonna use it for a few days and see what I think about it when I use it more. But for now, the first impression is not bad. Not bad at all. Special, it cuts like butter. It does. I have to see if I can keep it up from top to bottom. And this definitely needs to be nicer to be movable. That's one thing for sure. Otherwise your paper is going to be everywhere. But for the rest, yeah. And they definitely should make some measurements on the right side. Otherwise, for me, the light has no particular use. And if they put some measurements on the right side, that will be some extra use for the people who do not want to use the light, but want to use the measurements. So it should be having a double function. Alright guys, thank you so much. Again, this video is not sponsored. I bought this myself just to explore, just to show you what I think about this new paper trimmer. So yay! Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you liked it. I hope you have something on it, and it's definitely a nice metal piece. Okay, bye bye. Okay guys, the second day that I try out, I put some oil on this lid, on this metal piece, and it goes way easier now. And even if this says for best results trim paper from bottom to top, I have no clue why that is, because a rotary blade should do it perfectly up and down. So I have no idea why, but I have no issue with that, especially when I did put some oil on here, and yeah, it works perfectly. Alright, so that is the issue that I solved, that I had yesterday, that it was not. Now I can easily use it with one finger. See? Well, it's movable, but if I hold this, it can be movable with one finger, like this. Alright, so I love it. Just grab a piece of paper. Oops. And then I can cut down, let's say 10 centimeters from here. Line this up. 10 centimeters by 10. Easily. With no doubt. And if I want to use the inches, I go up 4 by 4 with no troubles at all, as you can see. Alright, so that is just the cutting problem I solved. The light bar does not have for me an extra thing. I don't know. I don't think it's useful, especially for me, because I normally only use a mark to cut. Make a nice mark right here, and then I normally cut at that mark. So I just have to line this up with the ruler and then just cut. And if you put a light bar on, the light comes from under. So yeah, it's not for me. It's not particularly a thing. So when you put that on, the light bar is a longer piece of your plate right here. I just pull it off, because it's very difficult to pull it off. It's easier to put it on than to put it off. But if you put, I was testing out little pieces. So if you have little leftovers, oh my god, I hurt my thumb when I pull it off. If you have little leftovers, like say this little piece right here, and you want to cut a nice piece off here, it's easier when the light bar is off, because now you can move this around and you can move this. Let's say I want to cut a nice straight line. So I line this up with the lines right here, and then I'm just going to move it along. So yeah, for small pieces this is still possible. I even can make it smaller. I just have to move this under here, and then I'm just going to line this up with the first piece on, like these white stripes on here, and I'm just gonna cut. See? And if I want it even smaller than this, then I just have to line this up, and I'm just going to line this up. You don't see that, but let me put this right across that metal piece. Let me see if I can cut it that short. I don't know. I don't think it will hold. Okay, let's test it out. I don't think it will be, because it's not holding. I think I'm not gonna be able to cut this smaller, because there is no grip. Oh wait, perhaps this one. No, you have no hold. So this is the smallest piece I can cut from a small piece. If you want to cut small pieces with a bigger piece, that's possible. That is no issue at all. So line this up with any white stripe and cut it. Then if you want to make that half, that's not a half inch, at 1/4, you just can cut it like that. See? If you want to make a 1/2 inch, then just move along to 2 stripes further and cut it. See? If you want to make 3 stripes, then just move along and go to 3 stripes. So yeah, that is actually no issue at all. You can use these stripes to have nice clean cuts. So that is problem solved if you are not having any pieces on the left right here. But as I said yesterday, if they put some measurements on here, that will be better. So I can keep this on, even with small pieces. Alright, so for me the light bar has, yeah, no particular, I'm not going to use it. But for the rest, yeah, it cuts like butter. I don't know if I'm going to use it longer, and I'm definitely going to try it. I'm going to move along my Fiskars and I'm going to try it out a few days, and then we'll see how it ends on using it after a few days. Because in the manual it will say to attach light bar, slide blade to top of trimmer and angle alignment. Okay, it will say replace blade after 3,000 to 5,000 cuts. Blade may need to be changed sooner depending on type of paper being cut. I don't understand that because it's a self-sharpening blade thing. So I don't know, but it does not have to be replaced. I can understand if you cut chipboard. Oh, I did not test that out. Wait just a second. Let me just search for a piece of chipboard. This is way too thick. This is 2mm, and I'm not going to try this out because even my Fiskars does not cut this. So I'm not going to do that. I have stronger pieces. But this one, this is at least 1mm. So my Fiskars can cut this. And this is one of the thickest chipboards that my Fiskars can easily cut. So I'm gonna try it out. Ooh, okay. Let me try it out. Alright, fingers crossed for that. Okay. It's not happy. Ooh. But it's definitely. Ooh. Did I ruin it? Okay, let's check it out. What happened with my blade? Ah! Okay. Let me see. Okay. Oh, it moved a little. Oh, I don't think it's happy now. Wait just a second. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay guys. I think chipboard was not a good idea. I'm gonna see where the issue is. Okay, this was not a good idea. No chipboard. Let me see. Paper. Paper. Hey, do you hear that noise? Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay, it still cuts nice, but the sound is not good. Definitely not. I'm gonna see if I can resolve that. But chipboard, definitely I'm not. Well, you know me, I am terrible. Let me just try. It do cuts. does. It does cut. Even from the bottom. No, the bottom to top it will not. That's not only with the real memory keepers. With the Fiskars Precision, I noticed when I cut chipboard, it cuts better from top to bottom. I don't know if that is an issue when you have more strength to do that, but the Fiskars does that too. It does not cut from bottom to top, but it will do from top to bottom. And if I notice this right here, does that actually too. See, it does cut pretty good actually. So it does cut, girls. Can I recommend it? Well, I hope I can. And I not ruin it. So see, now it's better. Yeah, it's better. I think paper is good from top to bottom. Oh yeah, this feels way better. Yes, okay. That was what the blade was telling me. Also, the Fiskars does that and the real memory keepers does that too. So 1mm chipboard will cut easily, but from top to bottom. That is just my experience. Okay, so what else can we try out? The blade I am happy with. I'm very happy. I am very curious how long these white stripes on here will do. I don't know if you can see that. Let me put this a little closer. See those white stripes? Definitely very, very useful. But I don't know how long that will hold. I know Dale has metal bottoms too with stripes, but they don't last forever. So I'm curious about that. So that is also a thing to notice in the time that we are going to use it. The ruler, yeah, that is still a thing that I need to try out. But I'm definitely happy with that score thing. Yeah, you know me, I love making albums, and if I put this in the middle, oh, let me put this really in the middle, then I still can cut my papers. Let's say if I want this 19 centimeters, I can still cut. If I want this 7 inches, I still can cut my 7-inch paper. Do I like having a hinge on this piece of paper? Then I'm just going to line this up with here. I wished I had just a little bar. A little, how you call that? When this is a little up right here. I wished I did. So you can line this up easily, because now this is movable. So if, that's just the feedback for real memory keepers, if you put a little piece on the side of this ruler, just 1mm is enough, then you can line this up way better to make a nice straight cut. Now you can move this, and you have to take a note that you are not movable. So okay, it is usable. It is. See, it's a nice cut, a nice score line. But if you put just a little edge along here, same as you had with a scoring board right here, you line this up in a corner. So this paper can go anywhere. So this little up, this little piece right here, makes it possible to have a nice clean fold line. So that is just a recommendation that you perhaps want to change. So it's easier, it's better to create a nice fold line. Especially for us album makers when you want to make a hinge. See? So it will be easier. I think I have a little piece in my finger. Splinter. Alright, so, but if you want to make in the middle, then of course this is perfect. You can line this up at the top and you just can score a nice straight line. But if you want to make it short, then I definitely want a little edge on there. Alright, so for the rest I will leave it. I love it. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna move along my my Fiskars, the light bar. I am gonna move under here again because I don't think I want to use it. It's not particularly a thing. I can leave it on the side, but as I just told you, if I have the light bar off, then it's better. Where were the notes where to put this? I thought it was here. Okay. Where are the... Is it here? No. Where should I put this? I have to pay attention where I should put this. Not here. Where do we want to put this away? Alright. Let me check. Is it here? Nope, it isn't. It isn't. Oh, right, here. I think it's here. Is it here? Yeah, I think it is here. This piece right here. Oops. Ooh, yeah, right here. So the reason why I do not want to use the light bar is because of the smaller pieces. When you have the light bar, now I still can grab this piece of paper way easily than when this light bar is on. So that is why, and I don't think that the light is an extra thing. Perhaps you do, but from my experience, no. No, it's not particularly needed. Alright, but perhaps in the future, I think, perhaps it is. But for now, I will leave it off. Alright, so yeah, that was my final review on it. I really like it. From 0 to 10, what number will I like to give this cutting machine? Yeah, it definitely cuts nice. Oil your metal piece, then it goes way easily up and down. Is it sturdy? Well, it is. Yes, it is. But it's always handier when you hold it down. So that's a thing. The ruler I do like. Yeah, there are just a few adjustments that I should do when it's perfect for use. So yeah, there are always positive things, negative things, and yeah, I'm just a crafter and I definitely want to try out the triangle corners. I bet you can make nice envelopes with it, but I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, from 0 to 10, it's definitely an 8. Yes. It would be a 9. If I had seen that little lid on here, that would be perfect. And it would be a 10 if I have some measurements on that light bar. So I would definitely let the light bar on. So that is why I give it an 8 instead of a 9. But an 8 is perfect. The 8 is perfect. And that's the number that I will give you for now. Oh wait, it's a 7.5. I want to point a number off because the measurements are not completely below the paper. So if I want to make a 10.2 millimeters piece of paper, then I really can't do this. Then it's a gamble. But if you want 10 or 10.5 or 11 or 11.5 or 12, you can measure perfectly. And same thing on here with the inches. Yeah, you have 1/8, 1/4, so that's perfectly. With the inches I would have no issue with that, but yeah, 0.5 centimeters and 1/8, that's a different. That's different. That's just different. I'm from Holland, so I normally use also centimeters, and yeah, I wish that they had made these. Also smaller, same as the inches. Okay, that's just, so it's a 7.5. Yep, I would give that a 7.5. That's not bad. Yep. Alright, so we are Memory Keepers, the premium paper trimmer. This was my review and I bought it myself again. This video is not sponsored at all. Alright, but thank you so much. I was so curious and I'm happy to give you a review. And yeah, see you next time. Bye bye. Okay guys, I have used my revieuw Memory Keepers premium paper trimmer a few days now with my kid. And I must say, yeah, I do like it. I do. It cuts like butter. I just can't tell you that enough because I'm going to show you one last time. It does cut like butter and it's up and down. It cuts. This is tin paper, so it cuts like butter. Do you like thick paper like this black, what I always use? It cuts like butter. Yeah, it does. So that is a big 10. The ruler, yeah, it does his job, I think. I still does not know, but perhaps I need to search on YouTube how this triangle works. The scoring thing, I'm not really fond of that because, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's difficult if you want a 1/2 inch score line. And I have put this on 7 inch right now, so I will put this on a 1/2 inch. But this ruler can be not correctly on one spot, so I definitely need to put this, because you can move this. So if you put this on the 7 inch right here, you have to be aware of this, of these lines. Check those lines, because if it's not completely straight, then, because this is movable, guys, see, this is movable, so you have to check it out. So if I will put this, then I have a 1/2 inch. Do I have a 1/2 inch then? 1, 2, 3. Nope, I didn't. So I will put this on the 7th, and then this is straight. Okay. So if I want to make a 1/2 inch score line, line this up, put this right here, and then you can see if you are straight. But this is not straight, guys. This isn't. This is not straight. So how do I check that out? It's difficult. It's not that handy. Okay, so if you are on holiday and if you only have not space for a scoring tool, then yeah, this will do it. But let's see, I do want a 1/2 inch score line now again. So I just need, what I wish that they did, and I did mention that a few times in my tutorial, I totally wish that they had a piece on this side right here that lifts it up, same as here. You have this stopper right here. I wish that they had that on here too, so you know always that you are straight. You know what I mean? Now you only have to, you have the top thing to be sure that you are straight, but yeah, I don't feel that. I don't think so, because if this is straight, but if your ruler just move just a slight, then it's not straight. So that's for me not particularly yay. No, it's not. So do I like to use the ruler a lot? No, I don't think so. It's not my thing, so I will put it away. This light bar is also not particularly a thing for me too. because I'm going to show you. Yeah, I did show you, but this is my latest review on how I used it a few days. So, okay, so the first thing I like to say before I go into that, so if you now cut your papers, wait just a second. If you now cut your papers, it falls down. See, so it falls down, and yeah, it still keeps falling down. What else do I like? If you have cut, there is no measurements on this side, no at all. So if you still want to cut little stripes, and yeah, if you have a longer piece, wait just a second, even if you have this little piece, then you still can, because you can still move each time in one square on. One square, or you can use 2 squares. See? So that is, but then it gets uglier when you get to the bottom. So this piece is workable, but then it gets difficult, because you have to move along, and then you have this piece right here. It's not to be seen on here, so you have to move to this circle, otherwise you don't see it. That's that little square. Okay, but you have to move and move, but it's still doable. And then you have the final last piece of that squares. Okay, so this for me is the smallest piece. Now you still can use this this metal piece as a base. That's possible, but there is no hole to that. So you can hold this, but it's not, even if you push on this, it's not hold. So everything what's out of this metal plate, it's not holding. So this is the smallest piece I can cut with a small piece. Alright, so that is what I say. Then the light bar. Right, so for me it has no particular extra use, but let's see how I can put this on. It's easier on than off, but yeah, that's, I believe, always. So now it's on. See, if I put some measurements on here, why not? Then it will be easier to use. Because if you now, let's say I want to cut this piece in a 1 inch, and if you put some measurements on here, and you can, of course you can do that your own, but why did they not do that? So if I want to cut this piece in a 1 inch, then I had a nice measurement, because this paper you definitely cannot cut in a half inch, in 1 inch. Because I definitely do not see. There is here a 1 inch, but am I straight or what? I have no clue or whatsoever. Okay, there is a line right here. I think this is in 1 inch. So I have to stay this. But you see, it's wobbly. It is wobbly, and this is definitely not straight at all. No, it's not. It's not perfect. No. And it would be easier if they put some measurements on here. Okay, the next thing, if the light's on here, then everything what you cut will fall on the light, so you have to remove it. But that's for me not a problem at all. I wish they put some measurements on here. And the light, yeah, the light. Is the light, oh, of course on black it's not usable, but is the light usable? I don't know. I definitely don't think so, because now you see here my stripes. Yeah, I don't know. The light ends exactly on the spot where my knife is going. So the ruler says it already where I need to cut. So yeah, I have no clue if that light does anything. I don't think so. I definitely don't. So if I put a line on here, let me just check. If I put a line on here, there is a line on a thin piece of paper. See? I see that line, but there is no cutting line right there. It has to be beside that ruler. But does that mean that I see better? No, I don't think so. So now I line this up nicely against. Now I put the light off, but I still see that light perfectly. So yeah, for me, I don't think it has a particular extra. I don't think so. But hey, it's an extra touch, but perhaps you do like it. Alright, so yeah. Alright, so my last review. They have inches on the top with little grooves, and they have centimeters at the bottom, also with 1/2 inch grooves. Do I like the measurements? They also have measurements on this ruler right here. But yeah, okay, so that is nice if you want to create a 15-inch line, and I can make a 15-inch line, 15 centimeter or 11 or 10. Okay, that's perfectly. If I want to draw a line here at 4 inch, that's perfectly, but yeah, that 6 is not doable right here. So I have to put it up there. If I want to make a 6-inch line, I have to put it right there, and then I can make a 6-inch line. That's perfectly. Then we go to the bottom. If I want to use a ruler, if I want to make a 15 centimeter or a 21 centimeter, that's perfect. Do I want a 10.5 centimeter? That's perfect. Or an 18.5 centimeter? That's fine. But do I like to make a mark at 10.2 or 12.1 millimeter or 14.2 millimeter? Then you just have to guess in between right here. You have to guess. So yeah, why not put the measurements below where our paper is? But that's just my opinion, because with the inches you have more grooves. But yeah, that's just me. And of course, if you want to make a 1/16 on your ruler, then it's definitely between. It's easier to do. It's easier to do it in inches than in centimeters. But okay, is that a bad thing? No, not that bad. But it's also not that. This is metal. It is metal. So as you can saw, the ruler is magnetic. So everything will stay with magnetic on here. There is some white lines, white squares on there. So yeah, it's nice. I always like that, because now you can cut nice little pieces. So if you line this up, then you are straight also, and you also can cut a nice little line. You just move it up each time. So yeah, that's cool. I do like that. It cuts like butter, I must say. The first thing that I did was put some oil on here, and I used, you can use any oil, of course. For this time I did use coconut oil, because I did not have any other oil, but it works perfectly. So yeah, if it struggles, just put some little oil on and it works. And you see, with one finger you can manage this cutter. Yeah, what else can I say about this? there is just one thing that I want to say. What I noticed when I used it is because I used the Viscose Precision. How long do I use it? I think 1.5 years about now, sweets. And if you want to line up a piece of paper, you only have this right here at the bottom, right here and at the top. And you think, well, that's enough. Sometimes we have small pieces, and then it would be nice if I have something on here where I can line it up with 2. So now it's only here, and that's really easy to lift this up. So you have to be very, very secure on the bottom or at the top. That's for sure. On the Viscose they have an extra piece right here, so it's straight. You can't go easily doing this. So that is for the Viscose a extra point, and a point less for this one. But for the rest, it cuts like butter. That I just must say. I'm very pleased about that. It cuts nice. And I have used it a few days now. So yeah, I hope it still will be very good cutting after months or after years. And there is just only one thing that I do not understand. That's in the manual. It says you have to change your blade. Well, they recommend, not have to, they recommend to change the blade after cuts of between 30 and 50,000 cuts. Then they recommend to change the blade. Well, why? Because it's a self-sharpening blade. So I don't know why you have to change that. I have my Viscose for 1.5 years, I believe, somewhere like that. And girl, I cut a lot, and I still have the first knife. So I don't know why they say they recommend to change the blade. I have no idea. Perhaps I do need to use it a year or as long as it should be, but it's self-sharpening, so I don't know. If it says a paper cutter is self-sharpening, then I assume that you never have to replace your blade, or you have to make it dull, or you you damaged it with too thick chipboard. I did cut the chipboard from 1 millimeter. I did cut it. It does it, but not that I think, yay, it's strong enough to do that. So for the next time, I'm definitely gonna use my Viscose, because it does cut 1 millimeter with no pain at all. So yeah, that is my review on the revieuw Memory Keepers Premium Paper Cutter. I love it. It's a good paper trimmer. But for all the rest, it has no meaning for me. The ruler, nope, it could have been better. The light could have been better if they put some measurements on here. If they put some measurements on here, do I use the light? I don't think so. I would keep it on here because of the measurements. And the ruler, like I said, put some line on there, a stopper on the line, so you can use your score line better than only in the middle scores. Alright, so that is my review. Is it worth the money? I paid 62 euros because it was a pre-ordering. Is it too much? When I saw the normal price right now online, I would never pay for that. Especially, should I pay 62 euros when I know how it works now? Well, only for a good paper trimmer. it's a maybe. It's a maybe. I still believe the viscose precision is still my love of all, and I believe you can get it under 100 euros. So I believe go for that one, because I think you will get a longer time to use that. But yeah, this was my review, and it's non-sponsored, guys. I paid it myself just for my curiosity. I love reviewing things, and it was better that I sent me one for free, but a girl can never stop dreaming. But yeah, I hope you like this review. Don't stop counting too much on my review, on my experience, because I still love it. Cuts like butter. It does. If you like to have a good paper trimmer, it does. I have no troubles with that at all. So it does cut like butter. That I must say. If that was not, whew, I would throw it away. So what point do I like to give it? I like to give it a 7.5, 8. It would be have an 8 if here are measurements on. The ruler is just an extra thing. It's a paper trimmer, so the ruler is for me no particular extra. But I give it an 8. Alright. So, thanks for watching. If you like this video, if you like this review, yeah, I babble a lot. I know. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye bye. Love you.